Lineage of evil.
This video is brought to you by the Spider Combat Arena.
Oh my goodness. So I'm starting to come to the realization that these people, upon not liking something, well, they simply ignore it or they just lie. That's the point that I'm starting to come to, where I'm like, there's a certain pattern that I'm recognizing time and time and time and time again, and they do the same thing. Whether it's the liberal who's talking about, I'm a woman and respect my pronouns, and if you don't, well, you're a hateful person. Or whether it's the Republican who doesn't like history and they simply deny it even happening, or they go the whole trans history. All right, because that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with trans history, okay? And this leads me to Nikki Haley. Now, mind you, Nikki Haley is still in the race to potentially become the president of the United States. I don't know how you can run as the president of the United States, all right, and not know the history of the United States. That seems cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs to me, all right? And I think that is a reflection of the knuckle-dragging dolts who would vote for her, all right? Who she appeals to, who resonate with her. I think that is emblematic of this country as a whole. And the reason why I bring up Nikki Haley is because Nikki Haley has come out and said another idiotic statement. And she's on TV asked about, hey, is America a racist country? Now, I want you to understand. She says that not only is it not a racist country, okay, but it's never been a racist country.
Are you a racist party? Are you involved in a racist party?
No. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday. Are we perfect? No. But our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than it was.
And that's where you done messed up, okay? That's where you done messed up. And I'm not even going to talk about as far as never been, because that's obvious a lot. Where you messed up was even saying it's not a racist country. Here's the thing. What I find absolutely humorous to me is when you have these simpletons who come out and say, America's not a racist country, and we're constantly making steps. We're way better than what we were, and this is a better country than anywhere else to be. Now, I don't know if they happen to understand, but you're contradicting the point that you're attempting to make. You're trying to say this is not a racist country, and then saying, hey, we're better than any other country when it comes to racism, and we're better than what we used to be. If you're better than what you used to be, that means you're still going through it. You're still trying to earn that perfection, okay? That end goal. If you're in the middle of a race, that doesn't mean you finished the race. That means you're in the middle of the race. You're not where you were before, but you're still in the race. So if you're better than what you were, you still are a racist country, okay? Yes, America is a racist country. However, having said that, as they acknowledge, is it less racist than other countries? Absolutely, 100%, because America has something, je ne sais quoi, we'll say a certain racist elegance to it. Okay, there's a certain uppity, snooty, luxurious. It's like luxury racism. All right, that's what we'll call it. This America is like, I don't know, the Fendi of racism. Is that fair to say? Okay, while everyone else is like, I don't know, Payless and hand-me-downs. America has a certain, okay, they do it a little bit better. All right, they have mastered the racism. Instead of calling someone an N-word, okay, instead of calling them that's. Come on. We're elegant here, okay? This is the elite. What we'll do is deny them a job, okay, and say we actually filled the position yesterday. Come on, get with the times, okay? America is racism, but in a tuxedo. That's essentially what America is. That is what America is. Now, having said that, Are there people within this country who are trying to make it better? Absolutely. And none of those people exist within the Republican Party. All right, I'm gonna call it a spade a spade. None of those people exist within the Republican Party because the biggest form of racism, and I believe, I forgot his name, I'm blanking on his name, when he says the belief that it no longer exists, that in and of itself is the biggest root cause of racism. Because if you have racist things that are happening and someone's saying, well, it doesn't exist, this is tantamount to the argument of the devil. The biggest the lie the devil ever told is saying, hey, he doesn't exist. Hey, I didn't do it. I don't exist. Because not only does she say this is not a racist country, which is a lie, but she goes on to say that it never existed, which is a fundamental bastardization of American history. And I would argue that disqualifies her from even running for president. Because I want you to understand, this country was founded, founded in racism. People want to talk about 1776 and all that. Whoop-de-doo. There was chattel slavery. Do you understand? Chattel slavery. America was united over racism. They were united over chattel slavery. Do you understand? It wasn't until Lincoln came in to power. It wasn't until Lincoln came into power. They were like, yeah, this is awesome. Chattel slavery, great, awesome, great. Okay? They were united over Black Americans, my ancestors' bondage, their imprisonment, their enslavement, their torturing, their savage nature. That's what America, they were united in. Think about that. The United Colonies, what they were called, United States. That's what they were united in. Until Lincoln came in, and what happened? The South, they feared that he was going to abolish it. They feared, before the man had even said anything, hey, I'm going to make this happen, we're going to abolish slavery, they succeeded from the Union. Okay? They succeeded from the Union. Think about that. These mofos, and you see this presently when it comes to fear, when it comes to, as Roland Martin would say, white fear. I don't care what you think about him, but read the book. It's a good book. When it comes to this white fear, they seceded from the Union before he even said anything. This then leads to what? This Civil War. That's what that led to. You have to think about that. So when they want to talk about America has never been a racist country, America, yes, it very much was rooted in racism because we didn't become united until after the Civil War, which was not about as far as slavery. It was about the Union. Lincoln didn't give two craps about slavery. We were inferior to him regardless. Many of them felt the same way. They were just like, maybe we could be a little nicer. Okay, maybe put them over there. But as far as the standing and what we now think of as far as white supremacy, 100%, mind you. So I just find it funny how they whitewash the history because, once again, they don't like it. They just like, well, I don't like that. I'm not going to say it, or I'm going to give a different spin to it. So it was about the Union. Now, after Union, we had the United States. But United States as we know it today, no, that didn't exist. Okay? That didn't exist until after the Civil War. Because prior, unless you want to call that the United States, is that the United States that you're talking about that was united in slavery? I would argue most people, when they refer to United States, is post-Civil War. That's what they want to say. Oh, look at how much we did. We freed the slaves. Look at all this, because they want to give themselves a pat on the back. Very wicked people, mind you. Very wicked, duplicitous, just very evil. Evil to the core, some of them. Just evil to the core. Very manipulative. And that's how they manipulate history in order to make themselves appear as something that they have never been. I want you to understand that Nikki Haley, the bigger issue with Nikki Haley, it's not that what she said. And it's not even what she talked about when it came to Civil War. Because you remember she was asking, what was the cause of the Civil War? And she wanted to say states' rights. The bigger picture is that Nikki Haley is a reflection of this country, a segment of this country, mind you. And that segment is very racist, anti-black, hateful, wicked, a lineage, as I say, a lineage of evil. That is what to take from Nikki's candidacy. That is what you should take from it, is that there are people who want her to lie to them. She has been lying nonstop about this country. Nonstop, whether, the current debacle or previous. Nonstop. She's lying so much, she's lying about her name. Because she's using her middle name and last name and whatnot. It's not her actual name. I think it's Nimarata or whatever. And I know Vivek got under her skin by calling that. But she's doing that because she's trying to appeal to who? White Republicans. That's who she's trying to appeal to. She's trying to appeal to the dominant society. And you have to understand that upon you trying to be a tool or to be a proxy for racists, they will discard you as soon as they are done. As soon as they've gotten their utility out of you, you are no more. It's unfortunate and it's disgusting, but that is where we are in this country. And as I've said, hey, all the progress we made, like I said, they are nothing more. America is nothing more than racism in a nicely tailored suit. That's what it is. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe, look, the America's not racist, okay? All right, I got a black friend, okay? America's not racist, Lucas. Or if you believe, of course it is, right? But that's not to say that's necessarily wrong per se if you're looking to change that, right? The problem is many of these people aren't looking to change that. And they aren't looking to change that because they like it just the way it is, or worse, they want to revert back to when they came up and when they could, have you swinging from a tree. That's what they want. So any progress in America has been made by people who say, hey, what we're doing right now isn't good enough. What we're doing right now is not good. It's shortcoming. It's lacking, right? It's always been by those who have criticized the country. When you have people who are fighting for us to stay still and people who are fighting for change that could benefit the American people, it's as simple as that. That's what we're dealing with. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree with the video, you're more than welcome to call in during disagreement days. We're typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Either or, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys voting for Nikki Haley? I'm very curious. Is this America a racist country, or is that all in my head? Subscribe and share and that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. She has been lying nonstop about this country.